everyone, this is Catherine Worthy bringing you the Worthy Report. I have been through a lot of chaotic times. I actually worked for a U.S. subprime mortgage company from 2004 to 2008, right during the U.S. economic crash. Today I'm going to be bringing you information about protecting your credit score during times of economic uncertainty. With over 19 years of finance and real estate industry experience, I really understand and want to do a deep dive in how to protect your credit. Equifax Canada is the largest credit recording agency here in Canada. The second largest one is TransUnion. And when you're looking to borrow money and get the best rate possible, your credit history and credit score are very important. Lenders, banks, credit card companies, car loan companies, they all look at your credit history and your credit score. There's no quick fix for damaged credit, even if it wasn't your mistake. So the bank or a lender made a mistake, it's very difficult to correct quickly. As well, putting a note on your credit file explaining what happened doesn't make that issue go away. So keeping your credit in top shape is paramount. Here is some tips to ensure that your credit remains as intact as possible in challenging economic times. So if you're facing job loss or you have lost your job, you have some challenges with money, let's look at the best way to protect your credit and in the order and how it works. So there's two types of debts that show up on your credit report. There's revolving credit. Examples are credit cards and line of credits. And then there's installment debts. And examples of those are your car loan, your mortgage, things that are set with a monthly payment. There's other items, demand loans, that sort of stuff, but what we're going to focus on really is revolving and installment. A missed installment loan has a huge effect on your credit score. It is important to not miss any installment loans. So right now the banks are offering the possibility of deferring mortgage payments. Be very wary of utilizing this for two reasons. One, generally, and the banks have not confirmed how they're going to do this, but generally the interest will be added onto your mortgage that you missed, and then the interest will actually accrue. So what that means, so suppose your mortgage is $100,000 and your payment is $1,500, of which $500 is principal and $1,000 is interest. What will happen is that $1,000 of interest on your skip-a payment will get added to your mortgage to $101,000, and then interest will accrue on that. So it could actually end up costing you double. So it's very important that you're super aware of the rules and policies of the lender. As well, number two, if you skip a payment or defer your mortgage payment in some way, this may affect your credit score because the computer system with your lender may not be the same system, or the system that's with your lender to skip the payment may not be the same system that reports to the credit agency. So it's very important to know for sure if this is going to affect your credit score. An M2, M3, M4, which is your mortgage payment missed, 2, 3, 4 being 2 to 4 worst. If it goes to an M2, this will really affect when you are trying to get another mortgage or up for renewal. A missed mortgage payment on your credit bureau is truly the worst thing. So it's really important to understand how this is going to affect your credit. And if the bank says it is not going to affect your credit, I would escalate and get confirmation of that by someone who knows what they're talking about, 100%, and I would get that in writing. Absolutely get it in writing, whoever is going to say that and commit to that. I cannot stress this enough. Car payments and other installment loans, absolutely same thing, get everything in writing. If they're going to defer it, make sure it's not going to affect your credit, because the last thing you want to do is think that everything's going along fine, and then 3 years from now when your mortgage is up for renewal, you'll have a missed payment on a car payment and a mortgage payment. Installment loans are the worst payments to miss. Next is revolving credit. Credit cards, lines of credits. So it's important to pay the minimum payment. It's a perfect world, you would only have a 30% utilization of your credit. What that would mean is if you had a $10,000 credit limit on your credit card, the highest that would ever be is $3,000. But in this sort of time, it's not the perfect world. So what you want to remember to do is always pay your minimum payment on time. Yes, you're going to be ending up paying a lot of because of the rate of interest rates on credit cards being 19.99% or whatever they are, but at least you're going to be protecting your credit. In tough economic times, these are the realities that we're going to have to face. Cable and phone companies are notorious for sending unpaid bills to collection agencies very quickly. The second something goes to a collection agency, there's a very good chance that it's affected your credit. So we don't want your credit to be affected. So if you can't pay your full bill, phone the cable company, phone the telephone company, and discuss options for them. Same with utilities, your city, landlords. Those type of debts don't normally show up on your credit bureau immediately. They show up once they move to collections. So it's really important to communicate with the people to make sure that they understand and don't send your unpaid debt to collections. That there's a workout scheme, whether it's $10 a month or whatever it is for these times. If you're in a situation where you're trying to manage your credit score, remember, installment first, loans, mortgages, minimum payments on revolving credit, phone and cable call to discuss, rent, utilities, government agencies may be willing to negotiate. I hope it doesn't get any further than this, but if we're in this for a long haul, it's really important that you manage your credit as best that you can, and I'm here to help you. So thank you for listening to the Worthy Report. I'm Catherine Worthy in the Comox Valley. Have a great day.